Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'd love to have you guys just detach siege and move on, but you don't have enough men left at the moment. And I'm just going to keep you in back in case the enemy decides to come for us again. Manage to gather some new force. Create a new unit, split off one of the cavalry, go team up with the lone infantry here, and then you can make a second unit of siegers. Excellent. It'll keep us with a decent amount of men left here. It's mainly the reason I wanted the alliance with Bengal before I started that. Okay, we're gonna go through morale again. We need it. The reason it's got the alliance for Bengal against the big start of that is to help ensure that Ayutthaya does not consider us a significantly vulnerable target, despite how vulnerable we actually are. I'm gonna call up all of our barks, get them together. And we're earning ducats, some. I'll wipe out the enemy units as they're raised. Let's see. Can we loot this? Even if I can't, I'm just going to start sieging it anyway. Aha, it now is looted. We made a little extra money doing that. You can only loot provinces that you don't have a direct land connection with. Just kind of weird, but whatever. Whatever works for them. These Patani nationalists could potentially work in our favor. They're not the best. I'd rather have patriots rather than nationalists. But they'll work. We can make them a vassal. All that good stuff. And soon we're going to be able to... virtually everything we have currently sieged is what we want. We want these two, we want this one, and we want this one. Just gotta wait these sieges out now. Oh, the Patani Nationalists actually defeated a Ayutthaya army because they were also busy fighting looks like a dynastic conflict up in the north. Yep, here's what I was worried about. I do need to keep at least one unit around since I can't carpet siege these guys. You know, decentralization actually works at the moment because we can, can't afford the rebellions, and we're getting kind of close. We're just waiting out sieges. That's literally all we're doing right now. Once we've won all the sieges we've started, we can end the war. Come on, sieges. All right, we can up speed. Loans are coming due soon enough. June of this year, we might be able to repay it. It'll be close. Yeah, we're going to be able to repay that loan. It's the next loan I'm worried about. We took them out fairly quickly, one after the other. All right, we'll at least repay the first loan. Not going to let our credit rating go completely to pot. Wow, you actually finished first. Good for you. Congratulations. We're still waiting on this island to pop. There we go. Victory is ours. Vast swaths of territory. Plenty of power projection, though not enough to actually get us all the way up. We do have a couple ways to do that, however. Economy actions, issue embargo, go. Issue embargo, go. There we go, free point. It won't last long, but you've got it for the time being. And protect trade in Malacca. If we weren't completely beat to shit and in debt, I'd want to go after Ayutthaya. But they made us work so hard for this victory. We're going to core these. Hope we don't get any rebellions, so I consider that a forlorn hope. We're probably going to have at least one. But that's okay. We can probably put down a rebellion. Our manpower is going back up. As soon as we have our debts taken care of, we can repay our mercenary, disband our mercenaries and start replacing them with regular men. I just can't afford to disband our mercenaries right now and risk having a rebellion that then takes away all the land we just took. Be no good. No good at all. Oh, it looks like Ayutthaya is finally getting their shit together about dealing with that rebellion. Can we repay this next loan? I do not think we'll be able to repay this next loan. January? Oh, it's at the 46 of 66? Yeah, I think we'll be able to repay it. Alright, we're going to fast forward now. We're waiting for loans, we're just waiting. Waiting and rebuilding. We can, however, start fabricating more claims on Aceh. Because we're going to take all of your stuff next time. All of it. Control the islands. Be the Sea Dog Sultan. Next diplomacy level, which is probably the last diplomacy level we're going to buy for a while, is the one that's going to improve our trade range and hopefully let us start pirating Hongzhou. And that will hopefully expand our income even further. We could repay the later and smaller of the two loans. Here we go. Repay loan. We can afford to spend it. I don't like doing it, but we can afford to spend the administrative points. And we have to do it now rather than waiting till it'd be cheaper because we really need to keep our revolt risk as low as possible. If we don't get a revolt, I'm claiming it's from that. It's because we spent that administrative points on stability to keep the revolt risk down. See, we didn't get a whole lot in terms of tax base, but it's a small amount of manpower, and more importantly, it's at least 2 more spice-producing provinces. Let's see, how many more men can we support? Only up to 13. Which means we're going to want another cog when we can afford it. All these things when we can afford it. I trust me, this will be one of the wealthiest positions in the entire world once it gets the ball rolling. It's just you have to be super aggressive in the right ways in order to get the ball rolling. Alright. Starting to finish our claims. Excellent. It's mine! All mine! Our revolt risk is still pretty high, but we're going to start getting full cash from it, which will help us repay our loans faster. Alright. Bam. Where is that trade fleet dicking around? Yoo-hoo, trade fleet. Okay. Stop protecting. You gain us a loss of 7.8 on Malacca there. We can't reach it, can we? We gain benefits, don't we? Let's look at the wrong time. Oh, we're getting a loss there, yeah. We'll be pulling a profit if we start pulling from Canton down into Brunei. Okay, let's do that then. There we go. Start pulling that trade down, since we already control so much of it. And I'm going to pay our last loan. Next, it is going to be raising more infantry to replace our mercenaries. You know, I think I'm confident enough to disband these at the moment to improve the rate of our cash flow. And then we can start recruiting these spearsmen. Yeah, that gave us a whole nother ducat a month. Pulling in the fat ducats. How long do we have our truce to go with you? 71? Okay. So our main goal is to build up our forces to be ready to reinvade Aceh at 71. Bengal is actually doing exactly what I'd hoped they'd do. They're standing mostly static and being safe. That's really all I want from them right now. I want them to be a block of troops that my allies, that my enemies think I can bring to the war. I don't want that. And eventually be able to vassalize them when I am so fantabulously rich and powerful that they don't even believe all the money I will have. Because right now I'm pretty far away from vassalization. Well, it has subjects of its own, but they won't forever. Right now I have plus 13 and they have minus 257. Not counting the vassal ones. Ugh, income tax loss, fine. Right now the money is less valuable than the administration points, which is basically the opposite of where it was a few months ago. Alright, we're looking good, and we can hold up to 12. So we're going to recruit another unit of cav, and then 2 more. Ooh. You don't need that administration, we don't need that piety as much anymore. Still going to general favor piety, but we just don't need as much anymore. Let's see what else we've got going on. Don't need as much. There might be a little echo as I'm testing my stream real quick. Hopefully that won't bother too many people. Manpower is going to be basically running on neutral by the time I'm done recruiting all these additional troops. Alright, that's all the manpower we can spend. We still have the goal to fill out our fleet. We're going to want... Why are you damaged? You just traveling too far? Is that it? Huh. Probably. Well, I will fix that eventually when we get Taiwan. But that's not a frontier colonization option. It's not that far behind, but it's not number 1. We can only start colonization after we have our administration filled up, which will take us a little while. If we're going to have to spend the points to core Akka, we're going to want this. We're going to want Makassar. And that's sort of as far as we're going to expand by conventional means in this first stage of the game. But we're going to push aggressively for that first level of expansion. We don't want any of these powers becoming too powerful for us to take them. That's the no-no. Gotta hit them while they're young. Alright, and we've built up our army basically to where we want it for the time being. I'll measure real quick look and see what Ayutthaya has. Okay, they're tougher than us, flat out. We are going to build the boat that we can. We're going to build that other cog. And we will probably going to start building some more barks soon. Bring this one up to 10, make another 10 patrolling locally. No one up here likes us. The Cham might actually. The Cham are at least in our culture group. Fortunately, we don't have any ways to get claims on them. Can they? Can we fabricate a justified trade conflict? No. No, they're not competing with us in Canton. That's what I was hoping. What's the trade balance in Ayutthaya? Does the Cham have any merchants anywhere? What's the actual name of their country again? Champa. So I guess not. Ooh, it costs 10 research points, but it keeps our prestige high. And prestige is really important for trade power and boosting our legitimacy after negative events. Take it down. Alright. Start building some more barks. Fill out our ship limit, and we'll probably build at least one more heavy ship. Other people have got to be starting to build them soon, and we need to keep control of that. We can't afford any wars in which the Strait of Johor is taken from us. That is number one. Let's see. What else do I want to be building? I'd love to be able to start building temples. Temples are good investments everywhere just because they're a flat +1. Beyond temples, you only want to start stacking them in provinces that have high base tax value. But the actual temples, just spam them everywhere that you can afford. We're actually having our manpower recover a decent amount now that we've finished stocking up our army. Did I not end up building the cog here? Yes, I did. I've already added it in. I'm going to build some more cogs since we're going to want them soon enough anyway. And they're not, okay, I suppose they are that awful, but they provide some level of combat. Hey, barks. Let's group you together. Protect trade. Where do you get the most potential benefit? More in Canton, I suppose. Bring you guys all together. Really wish I could reach Chengzu to start pulling down piracy from there. One of the important advantages of trade like this is you're not only making money yourself, you're depriving it from other people. It's money that you get out of the pot that specifically doesn't go to anyone else now. Aha! Finally, some more events for us to use. Insult. We can be very insulting. Oh, we're going to go for the piety and the prestige. Insult them. Meh. Fortify. Yes, we want these events whenever they pop up. Need to wait for the 50 gold, but it's free manpower and free military tradition. It's awesome. So how far are we away from the next tech level? It's a tech level 4, I think, that we're gonna. If we can get to 4 before they do, we're gonna want to fight them. Otherwise, we're gonna try to fight them only whenever we have gained a tactics advantage over Ayutthaya. But right now, our first priority is defeating Aceh. Which reminds, we have one more thing to claim out of them, and we're gonna have war. Fabricate claim Eru, and we're gonna have access to that war next month or next year. Building should be ready soon. Yep, there we go. Fortify that. Finish a mission. Yeah. I've already clicked it. Don't worry, dude. You don't need to put down the little tab. This one's a really important one. Hopefully we can get the manpower. Diplomacy points? I mean, we're going to want tons of diplomacy points in the near future, but in the short term we need more administration. Hey Bengal, how are you doing? Just sitting there still? Yeah, that's what I want you to do. Just sit there still and be allied with your neighbors and provide a block of troops that my enemies think I have. I don't want you expanding onto my territory. I eventually want to be able to annex you. We can keep everyone happy if you just don't expand. When does this expire? 30th. Okay. Okay, we're going to be ready to do this on the 30th. Or 30th of August, I believe. And we're also going to get a new tech level right before fighting another war with them. I almost feel bad for them. Well, I guess next level is also a supply limit, infantry shock, new infantry type. So yeah, basically, as long as we stay a level ahead of Ayutthaya, I can think about fighting them. But only when we jump up a level. If they've had a chance to catch up, we're screwed. Fortunately, we have probably been keeping ahead of them a little bit. Though we need to start doing into their advisor. Manpower, I think I prefer. Because we need to keep that little edge that we can maintain. July, so it's almost there. We finished our claim, and we finished our mission. Salt Aceh, sure. I'm hoping to get a capture one of the provinces we want thing real quick. Nope. We can get a fortified Perak, which is pretty good. Meanwhile, alright, declare that war and turn down the speed a couple notches. And up we go. Nope, we need to get our army out, our navy out quick. Quick. And where's our barks? We need to get them in here to fight as well. Bark. Woof. I have a package at the door. I will be right back. And I'm back. For those of you watching later, it should be almost instantaneous. Oh no, they're sinking ships. They're sinking some of my, there we go. Whew. They sunk one of my cogs, which was less than ideal. And I lost my train of thought. Right, I need to be hunting down and defeating their primary force. You guys can go and rest now for a little bit. Yeah, ran to minimize downtime. Really want to keep this bonus as much as I can. Worried I might run out of rivals after I take Aceh out, but I'm not entirely sure. Again with the rolling zeros, but once again, we're strong enough, we're far enough over them. The bad rolls are something we can compensate for. They're just going to drag the war out a little bit longer. And we can start sieging, we can start blockading things, get a little cash that way. Catch my breath. Bam, grab that. We're going to do exploration. We're going to grab this, though we're not actually going to be able to use it right away. Hey! We've captured their capital. Time to start the carpet siege. We can totally do that this time. This war, the last war was so tough. Partly so this one will be so easy. If we just ran to grab 1 or 2 provinces from them, we could have fought that war in a matter of a couple of months. But we want to completely dismantle. We wanted to completely dismantle them so that this time we could just move in, defeat their army in one pitched battle, and take over. Let's start building that fort we were wanting to build. And our income from all the pillage we're doing is pretty darn good. We can now turn up the speed again. And this will complete the first opening move, the uniting of the Indonesian sultanates. There's still going to be some more. The outlying lands, the Malaysians in Ayutthaya, and the trade city of Makassar are still beyond our control. But they're going to have to wait. Not long, but they're going to have to wait. I generally hate these events because it's good to move your oh wow, rebellion in Aceh. That's the only thing that really could have screwed us over. We can defeat any one troop they raise, but rebellions, we can't deal with those. So you're just going to recover a little bit and come down here and join up with them, and they're going to go break that rebellion, I think. Once you've moved in to resume the siege. Since at least the siege wasn't broken. Ugh, we know what, we don't need the piety. We're able to sort of pick our choices at the moment, despite the penalties for being neutral. We can pick and choose based on the other bonuses associated with it. Alright, we're going to move in and take Aceh, move in and take over those, take out those rebels, and should be able to just resume the siege as if nothing had happened. There we go, 35% still. And now we win the siege. Gonna wipe out their navy real quick. 3 cogs versus 8 with 2 heavy ships. Yep, they're out. And we can move in and start blockading these ports. Do we have any siege on him? No, we don't. So it doesn't actually matter to... Oh, we do. So we can put him on something else to just make sure it goes. Soon, Aceh will be completely occupied and we will rule the world. Or at least the islands. Need at least one more. Colonizings are coming up, but we're not immediately interested in any of these. We don't have no interest in just sitting around accumulating money. We're doing pretty solid. We just need to finish this war up. Start gathering some cash. Gonna need enough money, enough diplomacy points to start colonizing. Take a new. That's just a free one. We're doing that anyway, so that's gonna be free administrative points as soon as this war's over. Excellent. The new's now ours, at least occupied. We'll move in and siege out. Let's see. Now that the war's done here, you guys can move back to protecting trade in Canton. bringing some of those fat Chinese ducats down into the straits. Alright, we've got a 42% chance of taking this every month. Come on, guys. Oh, nothing I can do to make the coin flips go in my favor. I can stack everything I can on them, but it's still going to be a coin flip. Nope. I mean, if we get things like Defender's Desert or Water Shortage, we can kill a whole bunch of them, and eventually they'll get low enough that I just feel comfortable assaulting it. Oi. Food shortage barely kills anyone. It's 3 ticks in a row where it hasn't gone for us. And this is literally all we have left to do on this. There's 4 ticks. At least it was a water shortage. Kills a few more men. Soon I think we'll be able to start hiring advisors in every slot. You know, this national revolt risk down probably is really handy. I think we just missed another tick there. I wasn't paying attention, so I'm not 100% sure. There, finally won. We can full annexation. Ta-da! We have united the sultanates. We still need a few more points to take. Actually, core Aceh. Let's see, prove legitimacy, save Malayan people, colonial enthusiasm. You know, those save the Malayan people ones are looking mighty tempting. We're still a tech up on them. Now, we're going to deal with rebellions. So we'll see about after we're completely secured in our holdings. Alright, so we have a colonist, but we really can't use him yet. I want to send him as a hip and scopping across to Africa. Maldives, Diego Garcia, Mahi. That'll let us start messing around with the various African kingdoms. Basically filling out the time for the remainder of this episode until we can make a core on Aceh, because quite frankly, I will totally forget that we have not cored Aceh if I wait till another episode to do it. So I'm just going to do it now. That's what I seem about needing those administrative points early, because we need to be able to get up to trade exploration. We're going to get some decent trade benefits anyway. Kind of like our tree. We're going to be such powerful colonizers. The only problem is with Asian Tech Group, you're only getting it so late. And there we go. So that's it for this sort of trial run of doing EU4. This was also streamed live, and you can watch them, well, sort of whenever. I'm going to have to come up with a regular time for when I'm streaming these. But for the time being, this has been Deckard6, signing off.